You are listening to hashtag New Music Monday. I'm Akylah Rodriguez. In the studio, I'm joined by Afro swing artist Malv.
Yeah.
I love how you call it Afro swing.
Yes, mainly came from like the combination of just Afro blended with a lot of different mixtures of a lot of things.
You've been working really hard and you've got a couple of new singles coming out. Your new single, Too Much Sauce, which we'll talk about in a bit. But you've been kind of into music since you were a kid, right?
I never really took music serious until probably when I got to uni or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you get into it in the first place?
It was mainly like I just liked music as a whole until I started like really getting into like the whole instrumentals and stuff, like liking like what's behind the lyrics. And then I think when Soulja Boy dropped Crank That Soulja Boy song, when I found out he used the software to make his own beats, that's when I was like, raw, like you can make that on your own computer and stuff. So I was like, cool, let me get that software, see what I can do.
What were your first beats like back in the day?
Oh, they were terrible. Like, they were actually so terrible. But they were so, because obviously at that time I was listening to a lot of American music, so like that snap music, like that's predominantly what all my beats sounded like. And then I started making grime. And yeah, eventually as time went, I got better, but yeah, they were terrible at the beginning though, still, I can't lie. It was bad.
Do you keep any of them?
Nah, you know, like some I found them recently, but nah, as in I hope to not find them or for them to get leaked or none of that car. Yeah, that's a shambles still.
You might be able to remix it, you never know, turn it into something new.
Nah, not even, you know. Like,
what were you listening to back then?
I grew up around a lot of music, like due to like background wise, so music from my country, country music, R&B, soul, rock, hip hop, all of that. So I just grew up listening to a combination of all of that. So
when you say country, you mean like American country?
yeah, like Dolly Parton,
No
Don
way.
Williams, all them lot.
Having listened to your music, I don't think I would have put country music as an influence in there.
And now it's in there still. It's definitely in there.
So how did Too Much Sauce come about?
It was just a session with like me and my boys in it, like Rich Love, the features on there. We were just chilling and I was running through some beats, and there was a beat that I'd given to T Muller at some point and he hadn't used it, so I took it back and then we're just flexing on it, and then we're like, I think we were drinking some stuff in the studio, and then
Is that allowed?
yeah.
It's part of the creative process.
Nah, defo. So yeah, like we just vibes and then I just came up with a hook. So I don't know if it's because the liquor was in me, but it seemed like it made sense. So I was like, nah, I liked it. So I was like, cool. Recorded it. They recorded their verse. I recorded my verse, and yeah, man, that was the track.
Okay, let's go back to the old school. Favorite artist when you were a kid?
Oh, when I was a kid, I don't think I had one. You know,
No?
I listened to too much music to even have one.
So you couldn't pick one favorite? Someone who influenced you to get into music?
I say T-Pain. I think it was the blend of everything he was able to do and his creativity.
Yeah.
That's what I liked a lot, because I don't know, like it was different at that time.
First album you ever bought or downloaded?
Kanye West. Late registration.
First car?
First car. Never copped a car.
You don't drive?
Well, not legally, but
Well, you're from Hackney, so you don't have to. I'm originally from Kent, from a small town.
You gotta drive.
Exactly. It's boring if you don't drive. So anyway, favorite toy as a kid?
It was probably some sort of a gun, like the toy gun.
Okay, keeping with the old school. First song you ever wrote, what was it called?
I think it was a freestyle, and it was, I don't think I had a name. It was, you know that Drake song, Don't F With Me?
Yeah.
It was to that beat, so it was just a freestyle that I was just saying a lot of stuff.
Is it anywhere that people can find?
Nope.
Can you sing any of it or do any of it?
The lyrics are a bit too, too much.
Okay, fine. Moving on into the future now. Who would you really love to collaborate with?
Tory Lanez and Chris Brown.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I could actually see that really working. Where would you most like to perform? If you could pick any big famous venue, or small, any famous venue in any country.
I like to do Coachella.
Yeah?
Definitely, that's like the main one where I'll be like, yeah, if I can hit that, yeah, I can die happy still.
Okay, moving on next. Who have you been listening to recently? Bring it back to the present now.
Ooh, yeah, Chris Brown. Who else? Heady One. He's cold. J Hus. Yeah, that's pretty much most of the artists. I just have
Perfect.
on replay more time.
Malv,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming into the studio today.
And that's so good.
You by far have the coolest speaking voice, I think, of all the guests that I've got. It's so smooth. Has it always been that way?
Well, when it broke, apparently so. Like, that's every time I open my mouth, that's all I ever hear.
Really?
Yeah, just your voice. Like, and I'm like, I ain't the only one with a voice like this.
Maybe you should consider voiceovers.
Someone said I should be on radio, so who knows? It might be a little side career.
Are you gone in for my job now?
Co-host.
All right, we'll
Something
see.
like that.
We'll talk. Thanks so much for coming into the studio.